In this video, we will be discussing about trend line, and it can be indicated from the name of this instrument. It will be giving us a description of the trend. There are two types of trend lines: rising trend line and falling trend lines. If the price is trading above the rising trend line, it will be indicating that the market is bullish. And if the trend line is drawn above the price, it will be giving a good support to the good resistance to the price. On the other hand, when the price is trading below a falling trend line, it will be indicating the bearish trend prevailing in the market. And if the trend line is drawn below the price, then it will be providing a good support to the market. So now we are supposed to apply this trend line concepts on the practical basis on chart. This is the monthly chart of gold. It can be seen that during February 2002, the price closes above this falling trend line, which has been indicated by red trend line. Once the price traded above this, so before that breakout, it was in a bearish trend. Once it closes above the falling trend line, so after that it started a bullish trend in the market. And we can see that another rising trend line can be drawn below this price, and the price was, as long as trading above this rising trend line, it was in a bullish trend. And this trend lasted for so many years till 2011 12. During May 2012, price closed below this rising trend line, and this was the clear indication that the trend is going to reverse. After this, it can be seen that the gold prices were declined. Again, it can be seen that before June 2019, the price was caged between a falling trend line and a rising trend line. So as the price closes above this falling trend line, it again started a bullish trend, and this bullish trend is still prevailing in the market. It can also be seen that the price is going to be finding a resistance due to this rising trend line, which has been drawn above the price, and so many times the price has been declined from this region because this rising trend, it has not been possible for the price on monthly basis to close above this rising trend line. So it was providing us resistance region, as it has been discussed. Now we are going to see this on the weekly chart of gold. It can be seen during this interval the price was trading above a rising trend line. Once this closes below this rising trend line, it was in a bearish trend. And we can see that as long as the price was caged by this falling trend line, so it was in a bearish trend, and on below the price it has been drawn another falling trend line, which was providing a good support. When the price come close to this, it was bouncing back by forming different candle formations. And once the price closed above this one, it was indicating that it has started its bullish trend. So after this, we can see that the price was again caged on weekly basis between two trend lines. One was the falling trend line and the other was rising trend line. Once the price again closed during second week of February 2022, when the price closed above this falling trend line, it started another bullish rally, and which lasted till 2070. So again we can see that whenever the price closes above the falling trend line, it starts its bullish rally, and when the price closes below a rising trend line, it starts its bearish rally. It can be seen over here when the price during this 22 July, it closes below this rising trend line, so it was in the bearish zone, and again it can be seen that this was capped by a falling trend line. Once the price closed above this falling trend line during November 22, it has started another bullish rally, and which is lasting till date. It can also be seen that during the last bearish rally, it was caged by a falling trend line, and once the price closes above this falling trend line, it was again in the bullish side, and below this price region we have drawn a falling trend line, and this falling trend line have been providing a good support. Whenever the price has been coming close to this, it has been bouncing back from this area, and it was providing a good bullish move. So in this way, on gold weekly chart we can analyze and we can see that whenever the price is trading below a falling trend line, it was trading in a bearish trend, and when the price closes above falling trend line, it starts its bullish rally, and vice versa. Similarly, we can see this daily chart of platinum. Price was trading above this rising trend line. Once this closes below this rising trend line on 23rd May 2023, so platinum price was in a bearish rally, and we can see that a good decline was observed after this closing below this rising trend line, and again it was capped by a falling trend line. Once the price closes above this, it was in a temporarily bullish, gave us a bullish rally, and we can see other trend lines. Whenever the price closes above a falling trend line, it was generating a bullish rally. Similar behavior of market can be seen over here on the weekly chart of Nasdaq, that before this it was in trading below this falling trend line, it was in a bearish zone, it was trading in a bearish trend. Once the price closes during the third week of January 2023, once the price closes above this falling trend line, it was in a bullish trend, and as it was continuously trading in a bullish zone. Again, during the third week of September, the price closes below this rising trend line, so it was in a bearish side, and this was capped by a negative trend line. It can be seen over here, falling trend line. Now we are going to look to the weekly chart of KSE 100 इंडेक्स. अगर हम KSE 100 इंडेक्स के ऊपर नज़र डालते हैं, 2009 के अंदर इसने एक बुलिश रैली स्टार्ट किया जिसके साथ प्राइमरी राइजिंग ट्रेंड लाइन की मदद से, एंड देन इट कैन बी सीन द सेकेंडरी राइजिंग ट्रेंड लाइन कैन आल्सो बी ड्रॉन. Finally, during the May 2017, the price was closed below this rising trend line, and in the response of this price, KSE 100 index was converted to a bearish trend. So this bearish trend continued for number of years, and it can be seen as long as the price was trading below this falling trend line. So it was in a bearish zone. Once it closes during third week of September 2019, it closes above this falling trend line. It started its bullish rally, and again it closes above the falling trend line previously, which was giving a resistance region for the index KSE 100. When we look on the wider side of this KSE 100, during COVID crisis, prices fall, and KSE 100 was supported from a primary rising trend line, which was a clear indication that primary trend of KSE 100 was intact, and we can see after this the price started moving in a bullish side. Again, अगर आप इस पे नज़र डालते हैं तो falling trend line जो है वो during week on weekly chart it was providing good support, and once the price closes above this falling trend line, it has generated a bullish rally. So in a nutshell, it can be described in this way: when the price is trading below a falling trend line, the market will be trading with the prevailing sentiment that bearish trend will be prevailing in the market. Once the price closes above that falling trend line, the bullish rally will be initiated. And opposite to this, as long as it can be seen from the weekly chart of this KSE 100, where as long as the price is trading above rising trend line, it is in a bullish side. Trend is prevailing in bullish side in the market. Once the price closes below this rising trend line, it is the indicative that price now the trend is changing and the bulls are losing the control in the market. So it can be seen clearly over here.